What's up, everybody? Okay, so today we are going to start another project, even though the four-wheeler's not done yet, but I need to get this done. So this little boat here, it has a stick steering lever, so basically you sit like in the middle of the boat, and then of course it's got trolling motor and everything else. It's really dirty, it's been sitting around for a while. Anyhow, so this old Honda 4-stroke, yeah, they're kind of junk. I don't really like them, but it's what we got, so I've got to do a lot of stuff to it. It's been sitting for a while because they're just not a very dependable motor in my opinion, and I have a lot of boat motor experience, so this is definitely the worst one that I've ever had. So anyhow, but we're going to get into this motor and we are going to do valve adjustments. We're going to test out the fuel pump, go through the carburetors, and kind of most of the stuff that needs to be done. It has a brand new water pump in it, so I don't think that that's bad yet. Anyhow, we'll figure it out. So we're going to go through everything and get it all put together and hopefully running with the proper prop. That 4-blade is not the right one. So anyhow, I'm going to pull this thing out, and you guys know me, I'm going to wash it, and then I'm going to rearrange some stuff, get this airboat hull out of the way, and get this thing going. So all right, we're gonna get this one. Hopefully it'll go quick, unlike the four-wheeler. That bike is my cousin's, this is my dad's, so I can put a little money into this. My cousin's a little bit slow on money right now, so anyhow, we're gonna get this done. I don't think this is gonna cost anything, so we'll just see what happens. So, all right guys, well, I'll be right back with you. Well, and the battery's dead. Imagine that. Okay, so I'm gonna have to charge this battery for a little while, and then we'll be back. All right, so let's just see what we got going on here. No wasps, that's a good thing. I guess I'm gonna have to re-glue this seal on. My son's been back here messing with the boat, and he left the ignition on and stuff like that. That's why the battery's dead. But anyhow, we're gonna remedy all this stuff. But I guess I can go ahead and possibly check some of the valve lash. Yeah, I should be able to turn it over. Yeah, I can turn it over by hand with the cam. So hopefully I can figure out the valve adjustment on this thing. So I've never done this before. I'm just going to open it and see what happens. I may not even be able to adjust it, I don't know. So anyhow, all right, well, let's I'm going to go get some tools set up, and I'll be right back. Okay everybody, I am going to start working on removing the valve cover. So I'm using a wrench down here so I don't have to take the lower cowling off. It's a real pain in the butt. I'm sure it actually looks like you have to pull the power head, so you really need to just use a wrench down here. All right, well, we have it all opened up, and I'm gonna have to find top dead center and look up. I still haven't even looked up what the specs are. So anyhow, I am going to get on that right now, and we'll get this thing all adjusted. All right. Okay, so I didn't have to go very far. So it says the intake side is 12 thousandths plus or minus 0.02 millimeters, and the exhaust is 0.20 plus or minus 2 millimeters. So at least it's on here. Guess they're expecting it to break. All right, well, I am sorry for all the negative stuff that I say about this boat engine, but it has been very, very, very unreliable. Let's see, the first was 0.12 for the intake side of things. So here I have a 0.12. So we will need that one, and then I believe the other was a 0.20. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually just going to find them in the pack. There's a 0.20 right there. I'm just going to go straight to the spec because it's not really worth trying to, I mean, this motor doesn't have a ton of power anyway, so we're just going to stay in the spec. I don't think there's a whole lot I can do about it. There might be, but I'm not all that worried about it. So anyhow, okay, I'm going to find top dead center, and then I will get right back with you guys. Okay guys, so it's going to be a little bit tricky here. I've got this thing adjusted just right. There's a nice little bit of drag on there, but it's not much. The thing is I don't have anything to hold this little guy. I mean, I guess I can maybe grab it with some vice grips or something, but I really would prefer not to. So I'm kind of trying to figure out what I'm going to hold it with in order to get this thing snug. I'm just going to try it with these channel locks, and hopefully I can get it just right. Alright, that felt good. So look at that, and I can just get that in there. It just has the right amount of drag to it. I mean, it's not like it's easy, but it's just tough. I could maybe go a little bit tighter with it. I wonder if I can maybe just give a bump to the... No, that didn't help a bit. Alright, so maybe we'll just go just a little bit tighter with it. So we'll just give it just an extra little bump here, and we'll see how this slides in then. See? Yeah, I think that actually kind of feels better. I think we're going to go with that right there, so it's just not straight off. Just take this guy and give her a little bump, and hopefully I can... Oh yeah, it doesn't move after that bump, so we'll try it again. As you guys can tell from the inside, this boat has been well maintained. It just hasn't had the valves adjusted, and it's been sitting around. So we don't want to blow it up. We can't afford another one. So if I could afford another one, I would have had a Suzuki or something on this thing a long time ago, or Yamaha. But Yamahas, their 4-strokes have their problems too, man. There's a huge maintenance bill on those things. They run good though, man. I like those and the Suzukis a lot. All right, there we go. We're perfect. All right, so just those two, and that's all we had loose there. So let me find another cam lobe with my eyeballs here. I think I was turning the engine the wrong way because it's in neutral and everything, but the water pump impeller, it's harder to turn when you're turning it backwards, so it gives me something to turn it with. Okay, there we go. Now the camshaft is exactly pointing towards the front of the engine. Okay. We actually may be on top dead center right now because I have 4 valves that I could nearly adjust right now. But that's okay. I will check the other 2 though that I just did, because they were kind of tight before. So let's see, 12. Yeah, see, it actually tightened these up just enough to where I can't get that in. I can get it in, it's just not as easy. There we go. Okay. Okay, yeah, okay. Maybe it was just the pitch I'm holding this thing on. Yeah, it's just got a little bit more drag to it. I think it's fine. I'm sure I'm well within that 0.02 millimeter spec there. Okay. Here's the 9. So we've got this one and this one. Let's go ahead and do the intake first. Which I did not check first. Shame on me. Okay, it still doesn't go in there, so we're fine. Got it way loose. Okay, so I think if we go just a little bump more with that, it's going to be right where we want it. So we'll just bump it, tighten it, then try it. Okay, it's just a little looser than I want it to be. So we're going to go just another little bump and then tighten it back up. Oh, that's perfect. Perfect. Okay. So now we will need to fiddle with the exhaust side, which once again is way too tight. Couldn't even imagine getting that in there. I can get the 12 in there, but just, I mean, just. So it's my understanding that the valves being out of adjustment on this can mess with the levels of vacuum and all kinds of stuff on this engine, which I'm no expert. I mean, I try really hard to be well versed in everything that I have, and quite frankly everything for that matter, but just not perfect. So I just do my best and call it good. Okay, so that could tighten up just a little bit more, which is kind of the standard on this job so far. Everything's been just needing a little bit more by the time we get to it. Okay, there we go. So just give it a tiny bit more and cinch her on down there. See what happens. It's perfect. Okay, so we've got 4 valves adjusted out of 6, so we're almost there. Okay guys, I'm going to conclude this episode with that. The battery's still charging, so I can't do a whole lot more because I need to tilt the motor down in order to get the carburetors off. The motor has to be all the way down, and I have to disconnect the steering and stuff. Possibly, I'm not sure yet. So we're gonna bring another episode once the battery is charged of pulling the carburetors off and cleaning them and resyncing them and testing the fuel pump and everything else. So wish us luck. All right, so I will see you guys soon. Thanks for watching. Take care. Have a great day. Don't forget to hit the like button, comment, and subscribe. Thanks.